You feel like you can do anything you want here. The people are so nice, and they have cured aging. There are all kinds of animals. There are some flying squirrel-type animals and some animal that looks like a cross between a snake and a centipede. They are all very friendly and can talk to you telepathically. Yes, they love it when you pet them. Their scales feel like a mixture of a cat and a snake, and they're just as cuddly as both of those things. It's the best. You can do anything you want. Everyone is so nice. It feels like a warm hug, and there are all kinds of activities to do. Everyone is healthy and happy, and the night sky is so beautiful. You can do all kinds of things. You can play music, or paint, or dance, or climb the rock climbing center, or you can just hang out and relax. The music sounds like a mixture of jazz and classical. It's very soothing. You feel like you could listen to this music forever. Yes, you can. The controls are in your mind. You just have to think about a direction and you will go there. You can hang out with the alien creatures. They have so many good ideas. You're learning so much from them. Whoosh, you blink your eyes and you're suddenly back home. What an amazing journey. Your heart is still racing thinking about the amazing things you did on that alien planet. What's next? Hey, I'm bouncing through the grass and wow, these dogs are fast. Have you ever wondered why dogs are so loyal to their owners? Okay, but I'm a tennis ball bouncing through the grass, and I don't know much about the metaverse, but I could tell you why I think dogs are so loyal to their owners. I think it's because they have evolved to be really good at reading human emotions. I'm a tennis ball bouncing through the grass, and I don't know much about the metaverse, but I bet if I was a dog, I could learn about the metaverse. I'm really good at fetching information, so I'd probably be able to learn a lot. I'm a tennis ball bouncing through the grass, and I don't know much about utopia, but I could tell you about the world of dogs. I think it's a dog's utopia to be able to run around off-leash all day and not have to worry about anything. You've arrived at the Metaverse Utopian. It's a place where there's no suffering. Everyone is happy and healthy. There's delicious food and drink here, and there are all kinds of wonderful creatures to meet and befriend. It looks like a blue-winged unicorn. It's prancing around in the grass. It is so happy. It sees you looking at it. It gallops over and gives you a big hug. Yes, you can talk to the unicorn, but it only speaks the language of love. You can easily communicate. You feel the unicorn understands you completely. It's like it can peer into your soul. Unicorns are so wise. That utopian city is sparkling in the distance. You can see a huge, colorful waterfall cascading down the mountain. You can hear beautiful music coming from the city. It sounds like there's a concert there tonight. It tastes like the most fresh, bubbly, and delicious fizzy water you've ever tasted. You want to dive right into the waterfall. Yes, you can meet a group of colorful creatures that look like fuzzy caterpillars. They're wearing bright yellow sunglasses and dancing to the music. You can join them if you'd like. The city is called Euphoria. It's famous for its concert scene. Even famous musicians from other worlds come here to play. The grass feels soft and lush. You could sleep here. In fact, you see some people are camping out here on this grassy hill. They're making s'mores. Do you want to join them? The people are talking about the importance of empathy. They are sharing stories of times when they were able to empathize with others, and it changed their lives for the better. It sounds like a kind of music. It's music you can feel with your mind. It's like being in a dream. There's no words, but you know exactly what they mean. It sounds like a lot of people sharing their personal stories with much compassion and understanding. People are really listening to each other, and you feel like you're really a part of the discussion. You feel like you're making a real connection. It sounds like a beautiful song. You've never heard anything so lovely. One of the campers is singing it. It's a song about how empathy can help us heal the world. The buildings look like giant cakes, but they're actually edible. They're made of edible materials, and the people who work in the buildings are actually able to eat the buildings when they're done working in them too. The city smells like delicious food. There's a bakery nearby that is so tempting. You can smell the warm bread and cookies. They're saying that empathy is so important and so powerful that it can create a utopia. One person says empathy is a superpower. Another says, I'm not sure I'm very empathetic. And then someone else comes up to them and helps them understand. The people are saying that empathy is the most important thing for everyone to develop. Empathy allows us to understand each other. We can solve all the world's problems if we just empathize. The buildings are all bright, colorful, and sparkly. There are gardens on the roofs. The people here are very environmentally friendly. They love nature. It sounds like they're saying it's important to be kind to others, especially if they're different from you. You never know what struggles they may be dealing with. They're saying things like, I'm so glad there's no more war, and I can't believe there's no more suffering, and I'm so happy that no one is hungry anymore. They're saying that once you try to understand a person's perspective, you can often find a better solution than just getting angry or trying to fight back. One of the people is saying, you know, it's good to be able to admit when you're wrong about something. It shows you're open-minded. Another person says, I used to make fun of people I thought were weak, but now I understand how they feel. The people are saying that empathy is so important to the world. They're saying that people should try to empathize more with each other, and the world would be a much better place. It's very colorful. The buildings have a lot of curves. The colors are very bright and pretty. You can see some of the people there are flying around. They look so free. Yes, you can fly with the people. You start to fly with them. You're not very good at flying, but they're so happy to be flying with you. They give you tips on how to fly. It feels so free. You feel like a bird, even though you're not. You are a bird. You can be anything you want to be here. The world is your oyster. They're wearing colorful clothes. Some of the people are wearing tunics, and some of the people are wearing robes, and some of the people are just wearing shorts or tank tops. They're just flying around and having fun. They're going to parties. They're visiting friends. They're eating delicious food. They're making art. They're playing games. They're reading books. They're saying things like, you can do it, and you're doing great, and keep it up. They're also saying things like, this is the best day of my life, and you're my best friend, and I love you. They're saying things like, I'm happy to be with you, and I believe in you, and I like your vibe. They're very sweet. Oh, you're getting the hang of flying now. You're zooming around with them. They're saying things like, you can do it, and you're flying so well, and you're one of us now. They're saying things like, "You can do it," and "Keep your knees bent," and "Don't forget to flap your wings." It's called the Butterfly Tower. It's so colorful. It looks like a giant rainbow. You can see a person with butterfly wings flying around near the top. You see people playing in the park. Some of them are flying, some are painting. One is playing a beautiful song on a flute. You see a couple dancing. There's a flying wedding happening. There's all kinds of food. There's a lot of delicious-looking fruits. There's a bunch of tropical-looking fruits. There's some kind of fruit that looks like a mango, but it's bright red. It looks delicious. They look like all kinds of people, with all kinds of different colors and shapes. There are people who look like humans, but there are also bird people and rock people. You're a rock person too. They're flying around, they're playing and frolicking and having a great time. They're just enjoying the fact that they can fly. You feel happy for them. You wish you could fly too. You can't quite hear them, but one of them is waving at you, and they're all smiling. Whoosh, you're suddenly teleported back home. What a journey. You're still smiling at the memory of all those happy people. You're already thinking about visiting the metaverse utopian again, but this time you want to bring a friend with you. Who will you bring?